guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 11 of the Seattle Mariners, and today we're going to have our end of season awards. We're going to recognise some of the good performances or the less bad performances as the case may be, and then we're going to play through the winter, play through all the way to spring training and look to build a team that is less of a shambles than our team was this season. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the comments last episode, episode 10. It was absolutely mind-blowing how many comments you guys left. Thank you so much. I love the feedback. I'm going to try and address everything that you guys had suggested or wanted to see, but there was, I think there was 28 or so comments. I may well forget something, so if that's the case, I do deeply apologize, but I'm going to do my best here. Now, the first thing I think we want to do is have a quick look at the salaries for our players, so we can see roughly where we're going here ahead of the off-season. So we have Kyle Sagan, 19 million. That's this year, so 2020 is next season, isn't it? So Bruce is going to be a free agent at the end of the year on 13 million. I wonder if maybe we can get something more permanent for him, and rather than just lose him on a free. I don't know if a free is a thing. I don't know what this O means for Lecky, but we want to try and get him out as an option. I don't know if it's a player option. Hopefully it's a player option. He doesn't take it up. But we want to try and get him out of the club. $11 million that we just need to and want to spend elsewhere. Kikuchi is going to be on 14 million next year, but I think it's a lot of money, but I think it might be okay. Smith goes up to 8 million. Hopefully he'll be a little bit better for us. We've got Hariano, one of our young 35 old relievers in the bullpen. You can kind of see the money there. There's no real big earners for the next. I mean, there's a few big earners, but there's not too much salary tied up there. It's this arbitration here that might hurt us with some of these guys. The young guys getting better, but we don't have any massive earners other than Sega and perhaps Bruce and D. Gordon. But we can maybe look to see if we can trade those guys out. Lecky's the one though, isn't it? And Kikuchi, 14 million is going to be a bit of a chunk out of the wages. But anyway, that's where we are right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the end of season awards. Enjoy that, guys. When we come back, we'll have seen how the playoffs went. We'll find out who the World Series champions are, and then we'll get our teeth into free agency and building for next season. So enjoy the ceremony, guys. I'll see you on the other side as we look to begin the rebuild. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the Seattle Mariners 2019 End of Season Awards. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up. I'm surprised anybody's here. Welcome to the Seattle Mariners End of Season Awards. And I'll be honest, I'm shocked anybody has shown up. It's been a truly horrible, nightmarish season, and the people responsible for that, because it's certainly not my fault, are, without a doubt, the players. So I think the only suitable way to begin this evening is with a good, solid, therapeutic booing of the players. You're all a disgrace, boys. You're lucky any of you are coming back next year. Boo! Okay, the first award is Most Wins by a Pitcher, and yes, we did actually have pitchers with wins this year. I know, I'm surprised as well. But the winner with 14 wins, it's Yusei Leaky Fawcett Kikuchi. Next up, it is the highest batting average award, and this guy was actually a shining light. I retract the booing from him, with an insane, stunning batting average this year of 362. Oh, how we missed him when he was injured. The winner is Mallex. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the batter hit most by a pitch this season. And if I'd had my way, I would have been hitting them constantly with pitches, but apparently, there's employment laws and I can't just go and beat up players, but I would have if I could. But the man, he probably didn't deserve it, to be honest, hit most by pitches 16 times. It's Mitch Haniger. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player who drags us down and hits into most double plays this season. And it's an impressive tally for the winner this year, I've got to say, but not the man I thought. A quiet achiever in the category, perhaps. With 18 double plays hit into, the winner is Jose Iglesias. Next up, it is the Golden Boot, awarded to the pitcher who has issued the most walks, and it was a fierce contest for this trophy this year. A lot of players wanted it, but there can only be one winner. And with 64 walks issued, the winner is Yusei Kikuchi. Next up, it is the Golden Glasses, awarded to the man who cannot see the ball and has struck out most times at the plate. And this year, it's a very, very impressive tally, I have to say. 159 strikeouts. The winner is Ryon Healy. The next award is the Golden K, awarded to the pitcher who has struck out the most batters. And yes, we did actually strike out some batters this year. And the winner, with 178 strikeouts, is actually quite impressive when you say it out loud. It's Yusei Kikuchi. Next up, we have the Golden Broom, awarded to the man who sweeps clean the bases, the man with the most RBIs. And this year, we actually had a few guys that were knocking in the runs, but there was one that stood above the rest. And with 90 RBIs, the winner is Dan Vogelbach. The next award is for most home runs hit. And I've got to say, I was surprised to see this guy top of the charts. With 31 home runs, it's the quiet achiever of the team. It's Mitch Haniger. And now it's time for what was the fiercely contested trophy this season. It's the horse's ass for this season's worst player. And I'll be honest, anybody who pulled on a Mariners shirt just about deserves winning this. With the exception of you, Mallex. You were sensational. We want to do more of that next season, please, mate. But everybody else, you're a disgrace and you deserve this trophy. But ultimately, there was only one man that we had to pay to go away. So the winner of the first Mariners horse's ass is Felix Hernandez. Yes, Felix, I know I said you were getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, but if I told you were getting a horse's ass, you wouldn't have showed up, would you? Exactly. Alright, next up we have the award for Best Pitcher. And yes, we are actually doing this award. I did consider cancelling it, but here we are. Now, there is a formula that we use to decide who wins this award. That formula, along with all the award winners, is down in the description if you want to go and check it out. But in third place with a score of 22.42, it's Marco Gonzalez. In second place, the first runner-up, with a score of 23.2, it's Yusei Kikuchi. But the winner, and perhaps the one shining light out of the pitching staff this season, with a score of 27.57, congratulations, Justice Sheffield. Alright, and now it is time to honour the batters with the Best Batting Award. And again, like the Pitching Award, there is a formula that we use to decide this winner. Again, it's listed in the description. But in third place, with a score of 38.99, it's Jose Iglesias. In second place, with a score of 47.31, it's Dan Vogelbach. But the winner, with an impressive score of 49.87, the winner is Mitch Haniger. And now it is time for the big one, the final award of the evening, this year's Golden All-Star for Mariner of the Year. And I'll be honest, it was very, very difficult to decide who to give it to this year. Anybody that played well, Mallex was probably injured too long to really come into contention for it. And it was just difficult to decide someone who was playing well. But there's somebody that was a quiet achiever, as I said earlier on in the ceremony. And I think I like a quiet achiever. And I think we need to look no further. He was there week in, week out, day in, day out, playing centre field, playing right field, batting well, never letting us down. Mitch Haniger, you are Mariner of the Year. Congratulations, mate. So there we go, that brings us to the end of the evening. Congratulations to Mitch and the rest of the winners. And I hope to see everybody back again next season as we look to put what has been a truly embarrassing season behind us and look to push to 500 and beyond next year. Until then, everybody, thank you to everybody in the auditorium. Thank you to you watching at home. And I'll see you all next season. Enjoy your night, everybody. So there we go, end of season awards done. Let me know what you think. I think Haniger just about deserves Player of the Year. He was consistent, wasn't he, through the year? So there we go. He is the Mariner of the Year. And it is the Cubs that went on to win the World Series against the Houston Astros 4-3. You can see the Astros snuck past the Indians and, well, no, didn't sneak past. They quite handsomely beat the Texas Rangers. So there we go. That is how Major League Baseball plays out for the 2019 season when I am involved at the Mariners. Well done to the Cubs. Now, this brings us on to what do we do from here. I have gone through and looked at our coaching staff. We are going to look to do a lot of changes to the personnel. We'll wait for sort of free agency to take place in the coaching world before we do too much there. So what we'll do now is we will skip ahead to off-season beginning here, which is tomorrow, and then we will have, obviously, all the baseball awards to look forward to. So we'll come back for that. All right, now this could be important. We haven't seen our budget yet, but the season review. So, Aussie, I have reviewed the goals I set for you, and my comments are below. Team record. I expected better from the team. You may be happy with the record that we had, but he sure is not. A performance like that this season is not something to be proud of. And I agree, we were poor. He gave us a long-term goal of making the playoffs in a few seasons. Deadline's not up, so he's not going to judge us on that just as of yet. So next year, here's what he wants to see. Play close to 500 balls. So he's lowered his expectations for me, which is probably good. So let's see how we can do that. Acquire a team leader. That is definitely something we need to do. Increase the attendance significantly. We may need to lower the ticket price to get, what's that, an extra 5,000 people per game? That is outrageous. I have a final total balance of 19 million. I don't understand why. Just adjust the budget. So that's what we have. Keep building the team in order so we can reach the playoffs in the next 5 seasons. So there we go. Now, what sort of budget do we have? That is a big question. We have, I've just decided the budget for next season. You will have 166 million available for team expenses. Given the current spending on staff and other costs, this will allow a team payroll of 140 million. I think that's not too bad, actually. So you can see here we've got a number of coaching staff from the minor leagues who are leaving. So that is fine. I'm not too concerned about that. I did go through, and anybody that we wanted to keep, we have kept. Arbitration period begins. We'll get to that in just a second as well. Texas Rangers have been sold. Breaking news. Active roster size now 24. Okay, so that's back to what it was. Let's go and have a look at what this means for our free agency money. We have 18 million to spend on free agents. I don't think we're getting Garrett Cole in for that somehow. Alright, so the next thing we do is we have all these Golden Glove and things awards, the Major League Baseball awards. Let's get to those. Okay, it is time for the Major League Baseball awards, and we start with the Golden Glove. And I'm not expecting too many Mariners to feature in these awards, to be honest, but Golden Glove winners we can see there. Shockingly, there is no Mariners there. I thought maybe Jose Iglesias as a shortstop, but not to be. So there we go. And if you want to have a look at the National League winners, you can see them there. So there we go. The next award is the Reliever of the Year. So it's Cleveland Indians' Blake Treinen. I think you pronounce that. He's quite good. He wins Reliever of the Year for the National League. It goes to Ray Black of, where's he from? San Francisco? Yeah. So there we go. That is Relievers of the Year. Next up, it is Platinum Stick Awards. Again, maybe Mallex Smith. I don't think he played enough games, though. So there we go. Platinum Sticks for the American League. Again, no Mariners players. It was Sanchez as catcher. I tell you what, Navarez must have been very close to that, actually. But first baseman is Bauer. You can see all the names there. Olutiv, I don't know how to say that. D. Gordon, maybe, but again, probably didn't play enough games. Batting average of 341. Where are we? Where are our players that do that? Houston Astros feature quite prominently, it looks as though. And the designated hitter was Giancarlo Stanton. 261. I tell you what, Vogelbach must have been close to that. And if you're looking for the National League, you can see it there. All the winners. Anybody? Any names that I recognize? I mean, I recognize names, I guess, but no one. From the Mets save. All right, the next award. It is Rookie of the Year. Again, I don't think so. Did we have any rookies? So, Rookie of the Year is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's quite good, isn't he? So, unfortunately for us, no such luck there. And the National... I don't know if we had any rookies, to be honest. In the National League, that award went to Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres. All right, the Mets. The Mariners... It's going to happen eventually, I call them the Mets. The Mariners' snub of the postseason continues with Manager of the Year. If it's Scott Severus, it better not be Scott Severus. So the manager of the year for the American League, is Chris Woodward of the Texas Rangers. So well done to him. And it's the Washington Nationals, Dave Martinez, that wins that award for the National League. Next up, it is the Cy Young Award. Again, I'm going to go and have a little bit of a guess on a limb and say none of our pitchers are going to win this. It will shock you to know that none of our pitchers, even in the conversation, but it is Trevor Bauer, another Bauer. Wow, he's good. He won the Cy Young Award, and I'm going to say just about justified. Whip of 111, ERA of 314, sorry. Only 13 wins, but I know wins aren't how you judge pitchers, but a very, very good pitcher. Congratulations to him. And the National League, it goes to Clayton Kershaw. What a shock that is, I'm sure, to everybody. All right, we're getting towards the end of these Major League Awards. Next up, it is the MVP, the final one. So the MVP is Alex Bregman of, where's he, Rangers? He is at the Houston Astros, Texas. I was close. He is only 25 years old as well. He is the MVP. Well done to him. Lots of red there, so it's difficult to make an argument there, I don't think. So there we go. And again, not a Mariner to be seen in sight as far as the voting goes for that. And for the National League, it was Christian Yelich. Again, probably not a massive surprise there either. So there we go. That is the Major League Baseball Awards. Unfortunately, nothing for the Mariners this year, and that is absolutely justified. Next up, it is arbitration. Let's go have a look at that. Okay, so salary arbitration. Corey, this guy, we don't want him, I don't think. So, what did he do for us last year? He played AAA, ERA of 5. I need to say no more. We will offer nothing, and he will leave as a free agent. There we go. Okay, Hunter Strickland, 31 years old. He was decent enough. I tell you what, let's give him what he's worth, we're paying him now. I don't really want to pay anything more for him, I don't think. So we'll do that. Sam Tui Vua. Again, decent enough. Let's offer what he wants. He's probably worth a little bit more than we're paying him. So let's keep that as it is. Omar Narvaez. Do we want to pay Omar Narvaez the big increase from just over $500,000 to just under $6 million? I don't want him to become a free agent. I also don't want to pay him $5 million. I mean, I feel like it's $3 million. $3 million. There we go. Ryan Healy. Yeah, that's fair for him, I think. Tim Beckham. I don't think we want Tim Beckham, do we? I'm going to say withdraw. Let's send Tim Beckham to free agency. Because who do we have? Who do we have if he goes? Who do we have? We have Sega. Iglesias is probably going to leave, isn't he? So we're not going to have him. We have Crawford as a relatively decent defensive shortstop. As a backup third baseman. We can get a backup third baseman in, can't we? Will we get a backup third baseman in for less than what Tim Beckham is on? He's unhappy. He wants to be playing in the majors. Let's just let him go. $2 million is not bad. All right, let's do $2 million. Let's do that. Santana, I think he was good for us this year, wasn't he? Let's be honest. Good. He could be potentially a designated hitter. I don't want to pay him big money, but I don't want to let him go either. He wants 3.4. I'll tell you what. Let's make that 3 or 2, and see if we can get away with that. So change that. I have been submitting these changes, I think, haven't I? Did I change that? Omar Narvaez. Change that. No, I did change that, didn't I? So that's Santana. Haniger, we want to keep, and we want to keep at all costs. Same with Mallex Smith, actually. So I think it's going to be decided by a board, isn't it? So it's not really, but let's see if we can get away with it a little bit cheaper, perhaps. And Mallex Smith at 3.2, I think he's worth more than that to us. So that's arbitration done. Now, the one thing here is Iglesias. Now, he doesn't want to sign for us. He doesn't like Scott Severus, doesn't want to sign. Now, the question is, to get that compensation draft pick, if we offer him $15 million, if we do that $15 million offer to get the draft pick, but Is there a risk that he signs that contract and then we're stuck with him 15 million for I don't know how long? That's the problem, isn't it? If you know, let me know in the comments how long, if we were to do this, how long would it be? I'm not going to risk it just in case, mainly because I don't know how long it's going to be. But just for my own personal future reference, if we were to do that, how long would that contract have been? But there we go. That's arbitration done. I'll go through and fix up the minor league free agencies off camera. That's going to be boring. The next thing we have is going to be for the filing of free agency. That's going to be exciting. Could we pick up an international superstar, perhaps? It doesn't have to be, of course, a major league star that's free agents. Okay, so before we get to free agency, we do need to have a look at how the arbitration hearings played out, of course. So Sam Tuivasa has got what we offered him, which is good. Ruled in favour of us. The player demanded a little bit more, so that's good. Santana, we had offered a lot less than what he got. He got $4.5 million, which is frustrating, but there we go. Haniger got $7.5 million. Wow, we got screwed on that one. He was player of the year, so that's fair enough. Navarez got more than we offered as well. Maybe, am I getting punished for offering a too low of a thing here, I wonder. Ryan Healy got roughly what we offered, so that's fine. Mallex Smith got what we offered. So I'm thinking maybe I'm getting punished where I was trying to lowball. Hunter Strickland got a little bit more than ideally we would have liked, but that's okay, I guess. And Tim Beckham got what we offered, $2 million. So that's not the worst. It's not the worst. We might even try and see if we can trade him away, but he will probably, he's useful. He's useful to keep around. So there we go. That's arbitration hearings done. Onwards to free agency. All right, and here we go. We are at free agency. Now, look at the international free agents. Potentially, this is a starting pitcher, $2.4 million. That is someone that I think would be a very, very useful member of the rotation. Just solid, across the board solid. 24 years old as well. Wants 2.4. I might actually go straight in for that, you know. I think they're quite solid. So let's go 2.4 minor league with a major, perfect. Salary if promoted. I tell you what, if we can get him for that, that would be absolutely stunning. Ask for response. Okay, so there we go. It's not even officially a major league contract yet, so that would be really good. Now, we've got to be a little bit careful here. We have $10 million to spend on free agents, but I think that's a good one. And I'm not sure if that comes out of our salary instantly, to be honest. We've got a couple of others here. Where did I see? I did have a quick glance. A right-hand reliever, $6.4 million. I don't think that's what we need right now, so I don't think we'll be going after him. The other one that did look like a decent option is Luis De La Fuente here. $1.8 million. Decent defensive player, sort of as a replacement for Iglesias. What's his name? Jose Iglesias. Iglesias, the one that's left. That could be a decent option. So we'll keep an eye on how that plays out. We have a new bench coach. Only real new member of the coaching team in the majors. Australian, of course. But excellent development. Decent relationship. But it's a development that I really like because we do have some young players. So Carl Gadd is the new bench coach. The other bench coach is pretty rubbish. But free agents have been filed. These are the main ones. Let's go and have a look and see what we can do. Now, Zach Wheeler is someone that really interests me. He wants $22 million, so we're not going to be able to... It's going to be $26 million. What we didn't have is we don't have the money for free agency that I was really, really hoping that we would get, having got rid of Felix Hernandez. So we haven't got that money back. And we've only got $10 million to spend now that we have that other guy that we've looked to sign. I'm assuming these guys here are all going to want too much money for us. So it's going to be really, really difficult. Donaldson, $21 million. Yeah, it's going to be really, really difficult. Let's go and have a look at free agents and see where we stand. And see what we need. One thing we do know we need is a shortstop. That is, without a doubt now, we know we need a shortstop. Because Iglesias has left. I mean, let's look at what we have in terms of, where we stand in terms of salary, because that's going to be a big determining factor here for us, isn't it? We don't need relief pitching. Now, Glavis was somebody that I know you guys said I should go after. Let's have a look at shorts. Yeah, let's have a look at shortstops, I think, first and foremost. We do have Crawford, but I would like to think we could do a little bit better. De La Fuente, see, Didi is too much. I would have liked to get him in. He's a good hitting shortstop, but that's too much for us. De La Fuente is an option, as is Galvis at 3.8. 1.7. It's not bad. From Cleveland. Didn't really bat last season though, did he? Iglesias, 2.8. I wonder if now he's left, if he misses. No, not even a little bit. So this begs the question. I'm not going to be able to get you guys' feedback on anything here till it's too late, am I? Now here we go. Utility infielder, 800,000. I tell you what, not even. I wish I. Why did we get Beckham? That's what I'm thinking instantly. I think 850,000 for that is a very, very good deal. So let's try and do that. That's the sort of deals I think we need to be looking for. So I like that. That's good. That's something. Now the big question is, do we go Galvis? Very, very good defensively. Not so much with the bat. Or do we go De La Fuente, who can play second and short? It's not bad defensively. What I think, and I really wish I could get feedback on this. I hope you're going to agree with me. They're the same age. I think we take, if it's... The other guy's going to be a utility option, but I think his range is good. His arm is good. He can turn double play. But Galvis is just that... See, Galvis is probably just that little bit better, but he's that little bit more expensive as well. Defensively, he's a star, isn't he? With the bat in hand, maybe Galvis is worth it. He's not loyal to the team. Galvis is a fan favorite. We have to do Galvis, don't we? All right, so I think it will be Galvis. He's going to be more popular with the fans as well. 3-year deal, 3.8. I'm okay with that. That all looks good to me. So let's ask for a response to that and hope that nobody else comes in. And we'll keep an eye on the other guy, De La Fuente, and see what happens with that. So that is our infield needs taken care of, I think, is it not? We're okay for outfielders. We're okay for catchers. I think we're okay. The hole that is left there is shortstop. We've got some shortstop options there. We've got a utility guy. We've got the other guy. What we need now is starting pitching, and we desperately, desperately need starting pitching. I think our bullpen is not too bad either. I'm okay with it. We need to go and get ourselves a starting pitcher. And we have, about $5 million to do it with. So this is going to be a very big test of my very limited skill at this game. What am I looking at here? All free agents. Is that what I want? Yeah. Pitchers. Starting pitchers. Now, another piece of advice I did get is look for relievers that have a high stamina, and we can look to convert them into starting pitchers. No one there has high stamina, though. Okay, so we're looking at 3-star here, 13 million. So that's no good to us. Rondon, no. Stammen, no. No. I really would have liked to have got Zach Wheeler, but 22 million is just too much. He's on the short list, so we'll keep an eye on him. Luis Alvien, no, he hasn't got stamina. Do we go Bumgardner for 3 million? I mean, he was shocking for us, and he went to San Francisco and was just as bad, which makes me think probably not. But he is on a lot less money, which is he better than what we? Yeah, he is better than what we have, isn't he? Potentially. This is not how I thought this was going to go. What did he do last year? 4.6. It might be one of these where we need to look to trade to get what we want. Zach Davies. No, see, he's not good. I don't want to sign rubbish. I'd rather give a youngster a go than sign rubbish. 25. Canadian wants 1.8. We do have that other guy coming in, so that's somebody. Potentially that's somebody anyway. Guerra, that was the guy. Was this the guy that we signed? I think this is him, isn't it? I think this is him. We've already offered him a contract. Is this him? Maybe this isn't him. Okay, so 2.4. That's maybe something we look at. Nothing ever uncommon. Nothing. Let's hang on. Where's pending offers? Pending offers. Oh no, because that is him though, isn't it? Yeah. So okay, that is the guy. And now we've gone way down to where we don't want to be. Of course, we're at all players, not pitchers. All right, so there we go. That's a look at the free agent market. Gonzalez, 11 million. Leave it with me. We'll come back when we have some signings to announce. We don't have money. That's the problem. We've only got 6 million, not even. Alright, now it had been my intention to do this all in one episode, but as you can see, time is running by and it's going to be the world's longest episode if we don't split it into two. So apologies for that. Let me know in the comments how you think we've done so far. Obviously, we didn't get the money I was hoping for, and it's made free agency very tough. Have we made the right decision at shortstop? I don't know. But let me know how you think we're going to do. What's going to happen? Is somebody else going to come in for Galvez and make us go for De La Fuente? Maybe I spend all that time umming and ahhing for nothing. I know what happens. I think I'm excited. I will say that I'm relatively excited for the new season. But let me know how you think we've done so far. Leave me your feedback, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the conclusion of the off-season. There will be trades, there will be signings, and we'll find out who and where and how much they are on Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.